Hey guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel. If it's your first time tuning in, my name is Salvador Brigman, and on this channel we talk about crowdfunding, we talk about alternative finance, and today's video is actually on peer-to-peer lending. So we'll go over, for the borrowers in the audience, what do you need to know if you want to get a loan via peer-to-peer lending? If you're an investor, what should you know if you want to get a good return on your capital? And just some of the basics of peer-to-peer lending and how it works. So the first thing I'm going to say is that at its core, I think peer-to-peer lending is really a marketplace. It's a marketplace of lenders and it's a marketplace of borrowers. So on the lender side, these are individuals just like you and me. They are institutional investors and people who have excess capital or excess cash, and they're looking to get a return on their investment. You know, they're looking to invest in high quality loans or what's called fixed income investments and get a return on that in the form of passive income. On the borrower side, these are individuals who are looking to borrow money for a variety of different reasons. Could be related to education expenses, could be related to their mortgage, maybe automobile expenses. And actually lots of borrowers will use peer-to-peer lending to pay down their credit cards, to refinance their credit card debt, or to consolidate their debt because they're paying like a really high interest rate or something that's kind of obscene with their credit cards. So they can also use peer-to-peer lending for that reason. And there are a bunch of different websites here that have emerged. There are lots of marketplaces out there. Off the top of my head, the biggest one definitely is Lending Club. There's Prosper, there's Sofi, there's Upstart. There are a lot of different websites out there. I'll actually link to a blog post down below in the description of this YouTube video where I have a list of all of these sites and also go into some of the characteristics, the benefits, and the pros of each of these sites, so you can check that out if you want. The other thing I want to say here is that if you are an investor in the audience, if you're looking to get a return on your capital, basically the way that this works is you sign up on one of these peer-to-peer lending sites, one of these platforms, and you can decide how much you want to invest in these various loan opportunities. Each of these loans are graded, you know, A, B, C, etc. And you can decide whether you want a risky investment or a not so risky investment. I know at least on Lending Club, you can invest as little as $25 in some of these loans, and you can really diversify your entire portfolio quite easily. So it gives you, in some ways, the control to choose from various different loans. You could also just diversify your entire portfolio there and just sort of take a bit of the headache away. And as your borrower, once that loan is funded, the amount that they're seeking, that money is going to be deposited in the borrower's bank account, and they can then decide, you know, how they're going to spend this money. Obviously, they already indicated the prime reason for this loan, but they're going to be then making payments to you on a monthly basis. So every time they make a monthly payment, you're going to get a check or a dividend or a cash flow, I guess not dividend, sorry, a cash flow from that investment. On the borrower side, you have some reason that you need money. You have some reason that you're looking for funds. You have to indicate that on the website. You also have your credit score there to give you an idea of your credit trustworthiness, your repayment ability. And once you submit this loan application to the platform, then you're gonna hear back, you're gonna find out whether or not they accept you into their marketplace. And if they do accept you, that loan is then up there in the marketplace. People can decide whether or not to fund it. Once it is fully funded, those funds are going to be deposited into your bank account, and then you can use those funds as you indicated. And of course, you're gonna have to pay back this loan on a monthly basis to your investors. And that's a really important part. This is like not free money in any way. It is a loan. I think that we've seen a pretty high degree of growth in peer-to-peer lending. I mean, just speaking in terms of Lending Club, at the end of 2015, they had done over $15 billion in terms of their lending value, loan volume. They did an IPO, they raised over $1 billion. So this space has been growing rapidly in the last few years. And I actually think it has to do with just the advent of technology and how this technology now enables two different groups in a marketplace to easily sync up, and the fact that people are now willing to do financial transactions online, I think that that just has also accelerated the growth of peer-to-peer lending. In some other videos I'm going to be putting out, I'm going to be talking about some of the best practices for investors, what you should do if you want a really good return on your investment, and also for the borrowers in the audience, what you need to know before you actually go down this route of getting a loan through peer-to-peer lending. If you want to be notified about that kind of information, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Also give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and you think it was helpful. I'd love to hear from you if you have a comment down below, if you have any questions. But again, my name is Salvador Brigman. I hope this overview for you was helpful, gave you a bit of a primer. And again, I really invite you to come subscribe for more information about peer-to-peer lending.